Then we have 10 minutes for questions, and we're going to start out with just the panel asking, and then when you've run out of things to ask Amy, we can open it up to everyone.
I'll go. Yeah, I thought that was really, really well done, very powerful, very moving, excellent, very well performed by you. One thing that sort of that leaped out at me is the fact that there is no set equation per se, but there are several sort of similar guidelines I think we heard throughout the podcast. There's things like acceptance and letting go. And I guess when did you figure out maybe there's not an equation, but there's more of, still rules or guidelines that people could try to follow?
I think it was from my initial research that when I tried to find the equation, I picked out similar things from each article that said, like, this worked for me and this worked for me. But then, like, a lot of them weren't mentioned in other articles. And so I kind of figured out that, like I said, that happiness is unique. And yes, we can use some of the similar characteristics. And some of these, a lot of people can use, but not all people can use. Does that answer your question?
I had sort of a process question, I guess. It was overall really interesting and well presented. And the people that you interviewed in particular shared such a broad range of strategies that all complemented each other and sort of fit together. But I was wondering, how did you find those people and decide who to interview? And had you done some research first that indicated that these were certain strategies and then decided to go find people who did those things, or was it just chance that they represented such a good range of strategies?
I had actually found, during my research, the techniques that I liked the best, and that I found that were more common in the articles that I read. And then that's when I kind of searched for people that I thought would kind of have would be able to talk about those different things.
It worked out really well.
I thought that you did an excellent job, and I liked seeing the humanity of it as well as the research. I thought you did a really good job of blending those, and I especially liked that you introduced yourself as an introvert, but really went about this presentation as somebody who can and does present. I thought that was excellent. One of my questions that I jotted down, why did we see so many women as your interviewees?
I actually was talking to Ms. Bailey about that yesterday. I just realized these are all women. I don't know if I did that self-consciously, but I actually had, for my mentor, I had a podcast mentor, and then I kind of had a psychologist mentor, but we only met once, so I didn't really consider him a mentor, but he was a male, and he helped out a lot to figure out what I really wanted to research. I met him like in the beginning of the year, but I didn't know why I chose all of them. Maybe I feel more comfortable talking to them.
What was the reaction like with the people at the AA meeting? Did they feel kind of skittish about having someone in their midst that?
I think maybe they thought I was in denial about being an alcoholic. Because they assume all the people that go are alcoholics, but a lot of them are at different stages. Some of them are seriously into their alcoholism. Some of them have been sober for many years. And so I think they just assumed I was in denial. I was like, do I look old enough to be an alcoholic? I guess it doesn't matter what age.
Okay, so Amy, what tools did you use to go out and collect these interviews? I mean, was it the same thing, or I noticed a little bit of variance in the audio quality in a couple of clips.
Actually, Annie's, the fuzzy sound was for air conditioning. But I used mostly an iTouch, and then I also recorded a lot of them on Skype using a call recorder. And so that's mainly how I got.
Why did you choose the subject that you chose for your research project?
How
did you choose happiness as your subject?
Well, like, I am getting old. Well, not old, but I'm an adult now, I guess, technically. It feels weird to say that out loud. And so I didn't want to live an unhappy life. And I feel like now that I know about all this stuff, now I can really change it and change my whole entire life. And so, I don't know, I just wanted to be a happier person.
Have you put any of those things into practice? Yoga, self-compassion, meditation?
I'm working on it. They're kind of hard to do.
Did any of the people that you interviewed talk about that aspect of it, that a lot of this is easier said than done?
Yes, actually, almost all of them said that, actually. And Dr. McCollums would tell her clients, like, we can do this, but I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be easy, but we can do this. And so that's basically kind of, I mean, happiness is hard and it's complex and it's not always easy to be a happy person. And so, I don't know, it is difficult, but I think it's worth it in the end to be that old smiling lady.
We got a couple of student questions.
The questions that you asked your interviewers, how did you come up with those questions? Like, did you base it off of what they did, or what? Like, or were those like just basic questions that you wanted to ask?
It was kind of based off what they did and also what I wanted to kind of learn.
Or just basic
Yeah,
questions?
I just researched a whole bunch about them, kind of stalked them, not really stalking, but researched them, and then I just kind of came up with questions that I thought would suit their profession.
Open it up. We have time for like 2 or 3 questions from everyone.
It's supposed to be.
Having gone through this, I think we've spoken before, and you were talking about potentially following a career in something similar. Is that correct?
I have not decided on what career I want,
Okay.
but psychology is definitely something I'm interested in.
Okay. Having gone through this and having done this research, do you feel like you would be qualified in any way? Being a college freshman, you're going to come in contact with a lot of other students who are going to be experiencing a lot of issues, a lot of psychological issues, a lot of mental health issues. Do you think like this research will help you to feel that you can be helpful to them?
I think so. I think I learned I did part of this project for me, but I also did it for other people, like the lady suffering in the AA. I just know that there's a lot of people suffering out there and that you don't know, and so that's why I wanted to kind of learn these techniques so that I could help other people. And I'm hoping that in college, because I know a lot of people my age don't know about this stuff. A lot of people, I mean, your age don't know about this stuff. Not that you're old, Mr. don't know about this stuff, and so I feel like now that I know this stuff, I can really help people.
That's a good place to stop. Congratulations, Amy.